Hello, my friends. Welcome back to my channel and to the podcast. Thank you so much for being here again. I wanted to talk to you today about why I choose to be a professional home organizer and who exactly I help. And that's moms. And the reason that I help moms is because moms do so much for their kids. And it's not to say that dads don't also do it, but we give our all. We give our entire heart and soul the moment that we know that we're pregnant. And I'm speaking on this topic today based off of experience, but as well as working with hundreds of moms with their homes and in their spaces. So, the reason I wanted to talk to you about this is because one, I want you to know why I help you get organized and declutter your home. And two, so that maybe you can have some takeaways today to apply in your own life. A big reason why I want to help you declutter and organize your home and your life, because that's what I do. I don't just help people just declutter their space. I help you declutter your bad habits, your bad thoughts, your limiting beliefs, and all of the things that will help you shape and become the best version of yourself. And I believe that in order to do that, we need to have less clutter in all areas of our lives. And that's exactly my mission. Because so often we just abandon ourselves to take on the role of mom, but we don't need to do that. We don't have to abandon ourselves and who we are in order to be amazing. In fact, I strongly encourage that you don't do this, and for so many reasons. Number one is because you want to teach your kids that it's important to prioritize and to love yourself. And if you're just giving everything to everyone else and never actually filling up your own cup, what are you teaching them? How are you going to teach them to prioritize and to love and take care of themselves if you aren't modeling that yourself? And so you might think, oh, it's selfish to work out when I should be spending time with my kids, or oh, it's selfish to be eating a healthier meal when my kids don't really like it, or maybe that's bad example, but oh, it's selfish to go into my room and do yoga and meditate when I should be helping my kids with homework or whatever it may be. No, it's not selfish, because taking care of yourself is extremely important, and it's going to teach your kids how to do the same for themselves as well. And number two, it teaches them to not abandon themselves completely for relationships. Now, this is something that I have done a bunch in my life, and that's something that I'm working through in therapy. Thank you for therapy. But we don't want to teach our kids to abandon themselves for a particular role in their lives, whether it be their career, whether it be a relationship, whether it be motherhood, because you want to teach them balance. You want to teach them that you know how to prioritize all areas of their lives and of your life, and that you have enough to give to everyone, but it's also important to give to yourself as well. You never want to have to give up who you are in order to get and receive love and to give love. You have enough to go around, including to give to yourself. So prioritizing yourself is going to teach them that you're choosing you as well as them, as well as your partner if you have one, as well as your health and your fitness, as well as your career and your passions. This is so important to teach them that you can juggle it all, because that's a part of life. Number three, it's important to make yourself a priority. And I think that I'm really nailing this one on the head, because again, you really want to teach them that they don't have to sacrifice themselves growing up in order to get the goals and the dreams and the desires that they choose. They don't have to completely let go of who they are or mold themselves into a particular role in order to be loved, seen, accepted for who they are. They can show up as they are and continue to become better, which is what you will model to them as you pursue personal development. Maybe you meditate, take care of your body and your health. Maybe you read, and in doing so, you're going to teach them that they're making themselves a priority. And lastly, when your kids are gone out of the nest and you become an empty nester, you don't want to feel completely confused and abandoned by your children and not sure of who you are now, because you've wrapped up your entire identity in being a mom. And you also don't want to wrap your entire identity in this, because then it will make you cling to your children even more strongly, and it'll make them feel like they they can't go because then they will be abandoning you. And then what will happen to mom if I leave? But that's not really setting them up for success and for confidence and stepping into the big, amazing world that's available to them. It's making them feel guilty and shame for leaving and feel like, oh, but I can't leave mom because I am all that she has. And so taking care of yourself now is allowing your children in the future to have confidence in order to go out into the world on their own while also knowing that mom is going to be okay. So to foster this relationship. And this is something that I'm learning to do as well. I know that I've struggled with codependency and trauma around abandonment and all of those things in my life. And so this is something that I'm actively working on every single day through reading, through podcasts, through therapy, through journaling, because I don't want to have such a tight grasp on my child. I don't want to have such a tight grasp on my family. I don't want to have such a tight grasp on relationships because nothing is forever. Everything is finite. Everything eventually ends. And so if I attach myself to any one person or thing, when that thing ends, I will feel dead. And that's not the point. You want to obviously grieve certain phases and relationships and things like that in life, and you do want to cherish them, but not to cling to them and make them the center of your world. You want to have different pods of your life that you give to and that you also receive. And so because of this, in order to make yourself a priority and to have the time to do so, you need to have less clutter in your life in all areas and also specifically in your home, because the more stuff that you have in your life, the less time that you'll have to be able to spend taking care of yourself, because you're going to be spending that time wasting it sorting and sifting and buying and organizing and cleaning things, when in fact you could be spending that time taking care of you, going for that workout, meal prepping, taking care of your mind, reading a book, doing yoga, stretching, meditating, just sitting in silence, whatever it is that you need to do to take care of your mind, your body, your heart, your soul, to discover your passions and your purpose, and to actually take the time to not just discover what those are, but to also indulge in them without feeling guilty and not feeling shame or thinking, oh, I shouldn't be doing this right now because my house is a disaster. The less stuff that you have, the less likely that your home can be a disaster. And so in order to do this, you need to have less. And then you also need to have strategies and systems in place in order to keep your space organized. That comes with habits and maintenance as well. And all of these things are things that I can help you with. So if you want to continue to learn more, I strongly suggest that you go ahead and hit that notification bell and subscribe now on the YouTube channel, because I'm posting videos at least once per week, as well as on the podcast. And come hang out with me on Instagram, because I'm constantly posting behind the scenes updates, what I'm up to around my morning routines, what I'm up to in my health and fitness journey, which has been a huge inspiration for a lot of people in the community. In fact, they've taken on a lot of the things that I'm doing as well. And I'm so happy and grateful and excited to see people be doing those things, as well as any upcoming programs that I have, such as my Clutter to Calm program that will be launching this summer, which helps you declutter and organize all areas of your lives. Because moms, I see you. I was burnt out and completely depressed before, and so high on anxiety that I never took care of myself, and I leached onto other people and things because I didn't feel whole inside. And that is something that I really want to help you do. Declutter everything in your life that you no longer need and become whole in yourself so that everything else is a bonus. I just want to thank you so much for being here today. I hope that this episode was helpful for you. If it was, please send it to a friend that you might find it would help them. Leave a comment below if there's anything that you'd like to share or see in the future. And come hang out with me on Instagram. Send me a message, say that you listened to this episode. And I cannot wait to see you next week for another episode. Thank you so much. And I'm sending you so much love and gratitude. Mwah! Bye!